Mako Suara Cita, radio informasi motivasi untuk kita bersama.
Sobat Mako, selamat pagi dan selamat datang di Radio Mako Suara Cita, radio informasi dan motivasi bersama saya Anya Farasya di hari ini tentunya dengan berita seputar Kota Malang dan juga berita seputar hoax hanya di Halo Ngalam sampai di jam 11 nanti. Jadi untuk berita pertama pada hari ini, ada Wali Kota Malang Wahyu Hidayat yang menghadiri Gala Dinner yang menjadi salah satu rangkaian musyawarah nasional atau Munas ke-7 Asosiasi Pemerintah Kota Seluruh Indonesia atau APEKSI 2025 di Taman Surya Balai Kota Surabaya pada Rabu malam kemarin. Berbalut busana batik khas daerah, para wali kota dan juga perwakilan dari berbagai kota di Indonesia ini juga tampak menikmati suasana malam di Kota Pahlawan dengan penuh keakraban. Wali Kota Malang beserta istri dan rombongan juga tampil kompak mengenakan batik yang menggambarkan Balai Kota Malang, buah kreativitas dari usaha mikro, kecil, dan menengah atau UMKM Kota Malang. Dan ini juga merupakan bentuk apresiasi dan juga kebanggaan terhadap UMKM Kota Malang. Dihadiri oleh Wakil Menteri Dalam Negeri atau Wamendagri RI, Bapak Bima Arya. Gala Dinner Munas ke-7 APEKSI ini dikemas menarik, diiringi beraneka hiburan yang menampilkan kekayaan budaya Nusantara hingga penampilan bintang tamu Krisdayanti. Ditemui usai mengikuti kegiatan, Wali Kota Malang Wahyu Hidayat juga berharap Munas ke-7 APEKSI ini dapat memberikan dampak positif dan juga mendukung pembangunan di Kota Malang agar makin berkelas. Sementara itu, Ketua Dewan Pengurus APEKSI Bapak Eri Cahyadi ini menyebutkan dari momen ini terlihat adanya kekeluargaan yang terbangun di dalam tubuh APEKSI sebagai sebuah keluarga besar untuk membangun kota masing-masing. Disebutkannya juga keberkahan ini dan keberhasilan bersama anggota APEKSI adalah ketika seluruh kota di Indonesia berdiri sama tegaknya. Keunggulan setiap kota menurut beliau juga akan tercermin pula dalam Indonesia City Expo yang akan dimulai besok hari Kamis, dan menurutnya beragam potensi inilah yang setiap kota ini seyogyanya dapat dikolaborasikan untuk kemajuan wilayah juga rumah besar sebagai bangsa dan negara. Rangkaian kegiatan dalam APEKSI ini juga tentunya didesain untuk menunjukkan bahwa setiap kota memiliki budaya yang harus ditonjolkan. Salah satunya melalui Karnaval Budaya. Rangkaian Munas ke-7 APEKSI ini juga mulai digelar mulai tanggal 6 hingga 10 Mei 2025 mendatang. Dan itu tadi Sobat Mako, berita seputar Kota Malang yang pertama untuk hari ini. Hanya Farasya pasti akan menemani kamu sampai dengan jam 11 nanti. Jadi jangan kemana-mana, hanya di Radio Mako Suara Cita, radio informasi dan motivasi.
'cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. For your love with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab it and take it.
Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, fuck everybody, just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gon' rise in the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, fuck everybody, just do your thing.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Selamat malam, masih di Radio Mago Suara Cita, radio informasi dan motivasi bersama saya Farasya di hari ini tentunya dengan berita seputar Kota Malang. Yang selanjutnya di mana Wali ini buka konfercap ke-22 PCI PNU IPPNU Kota Malang. Wakil Wali Kota Malang Bapak Ali Muthahirin membuka konferensi cabang atau konfercap ke-22 pimpinan cabang Ikatan Pelajar Nahdlatul Ulama dan Ikatan Pelajar Putri Nahdlatul Ulama Kota Malang di Hall Usman Mansur Universitas Islam Malang pada hari Sabtu kemarin. Dalam sambutannya, Wali Ali Muthahirin juga menyampaikan apresiasi atas terselenggaranya konfercap yang mengangkat tema bersinergi mewujudkan kedikdayaan organisasi. Menurutnya, forum ini juga menjadi bagian dari proses pembentukan karakter generasi muda calon pemimpin di masa depan untuk menyongsong Indonesia Emas 2045. Wali Ali juga mengapresiasi pembukaan konferensi kali ini yang bersamaan dengan peluncuran 4 buku karya kader PCI PNU IPPNU dan juga alumni latihan kader utama atau lakut yang menjadi simbol penguatan literasi. Dan itu tadi Sobat Mako, berita seputar Kota Malang yang selanjutnya. Hanya Farasya masih akan kembali lagi, jadi jangan kemana-mana, hanya di Radio Mako Suara Cita, radio informasi dan motivasi.
I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. It's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah? Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space, coming closer for a taste. And I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. She got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the look at her we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on her tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? 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 Then will you get bored of killing me?
This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. The Christmas tree's on fire, Santa's holding the lighter. My parents are both liars, I got gifts but want subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket, oh god another jacket. My stocking's filled with acid, am I dreaming? What just happened? This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. My neighbors compete to see who can put up more blinding lights. The kids all wish away the month 'cause they want presents inside. This year had me so mad, I've been bad, got coal that is sitting under my tree. I think that my Christmas has died. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. When I was just a boy, Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song. Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up, 'cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going life. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Can you hear me? We could be legend. I have nothing to lose. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Wake up. I know what's real. Escape reality. Hardwired. Brace yourself. I can see the end inside. 3, 2, 1. Hardwired.
myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours.
Hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Sobat Mako masih di Radio Mako Suara Cita, radio informasi dan motivasi bersama saya Farasya juga di hari ini tentunya dengan berita seputar hoax. Kali ini ada mengenai OJK yang adakan program pemutihan data nasabah pinjol mulai 1 Mei. Dan ini beredar sebuah unggahannya di media sosial Facebook ya, yang mengeklaim bahwa ada Otoritas Jasa Keuangan atau OJK ini mengadakan program pemutihan utang bagi nasabah pinjol mulai 1 Mei 2025. Dan faktanya klaim tersebut adalah tidak benar karena sudah dilansir juga dari kompas.com. Narasi itu tidak benar ataupun merupakan hoax. Setelah ditelusuri juga, tautan tersebut tidak mengarah ke laman resmi OJK di ojk.go.id dan melalui unggahan di akun Instagram @ojkindonesia. OJK juga membantah narasi soal program pemutihan pinjol dan menegaskan informasi yang beredar mengarah pada penipuan dan pihaknya tidak pernah mengadakan program pemutihan pinjol seperti dalam unggahan yang beredar. OJK juga mengimbau kepada masyarakat untuk berhati-hati terhadap modus penipuan yang mengatasnamakan lembaganya. Jadi hati-hati Sobat Mako dengan banyak sekali hoax yang sedang beredar di masyarakat. Jangan lupa juga kalau mau melihat berita-berita kredibel atau berita hoax, jangan lupa cek dulu sumber dari berita tersebut, ataupun jika ada beberapa berita mencurigakan bisa langsung dicek di websitenya Komdigi, Kementerian Komdigi di komdigi/berita-hoax. Ada juga di Instagram kami ya di @pemkot_malang yang bisa kamu cek setiap minggunya dengan berita-berita hoax terbaru tentunya. Dan buat kamu yang gak ingin ketinggalan info menarik seputar Kota Malang juga bisa memantengin terus di Instagram kita di @pemkot_malang. Ada juga di X ataupun Twitter. Kemudian bisa juga di Facebook ataupun di YouTube di Pemerintah Kota Malang. Dan yang terakhir, berita terbaru seputar Kota Malang hanya di malangkota.go.id. Saya Farasya, pamit undur diri. Sampai jumpa lagi di Radio Mako Suara Cita, radio informasi dan motivasi.